My tailgate's pretty well clean now, guys. Don't be sending me hate mail. If it wasn't, I would not put my coat on it. Another one of these evenings that's pretty quiet. So we're going to go to a blind again, because when it's this quiet, it's so hard to get away with the slightest sound, the slightest movement. Two guys in a tree. So we're going to head to a blind. Really good spot, actually. It's the spot where that white 8 came out the other day. So, and Joe called it today is the day, and he hasn't said that all year. He said, we're going to kill the buck today. And I said, okay, if you're going to call the day, you're going to have to call the buck. And he said light switch. So we'll see if that pans out.
Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cuddyback, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, and Realtree.
It's right there. The only place this arrow rest is making any sound is right there on that decal. The old moleskin I used to use, I didn't have any trouble, so I love this fuse rest. It's awesome, but I might talk to him and see if we can get any kind of different moleskin that's got just a little more fuzz to it, you know, or just a little more cushion. I tried brushing that with a toothbrush and some different things to kind of fluff it up. But, you know, like I said, it makes no sound on the arrow. It's just this decal. I don't want to put anything on there that's going to, you know, raise my rest up, and then you got to kind of start over with your tuning and all that. So that was a question actually on the blog. What do you do on your arrow rest? Typically, you don't need to, and if you don't have this decal, it's quiet as all can be. So. Well, here it is, guys, October 26th. Beautiful day. It's about 52 degrees, which they should definitely feed. I mean, that's not cold to deer at all, but it shouldn't suppress movement whatsoever. And we're in one of the best places on the farm. This is that plot where I was hunting that crabs buck last year. And Josh Sparks and I, we came down here last year, about a year ago today, I think, today or yesterday. And we had a heck of a hunt down here that day. And so I'm pretty excited about this spot. There's scrapes all around us. I'd really love to see that digits buck down here. 2 days ago, he was on a camera about, it's probably 200 yards east of here, headed this way. So I think he's probably feeding in this corn. But if he gets in here running a doe around, who knows, he might get down this far. But the other buck we're hoping to see in here today is that light switch buck. I'd like to get that buck. He's a big old aggressive buck, gigantic neck on him. You know, an average rack probably. I mean, it's a nice rack, don't get me wrong, but you know, he doesn't score real high or anything. But he's a heck of a nice deer. I'd like to get him. But we'll set in here. We got a long time yet. It's only like 3 o'clock, so we'll set in here for about 4 hours and see what happens. Well, a lot slower than I expected today, guys. I thought this would be a really good sit. It's one of my best spots, but a couple of things that come to mind. It could be there's crops are still in, so they can feed just about anywhere on this farm. And of course, I've got green sources all over this farm too, so sometimes too many of them kind of work against you. And got to pick the right one to go to. But we know it's not from hunting pressure, because we were sitting here talking, but I think the last 6 hunts have all been the first time into those stands, so they've all been fresh, and that's been our plan, is to keep them fresh. So I think tomorrow we're going to go down about 250, 300 yards east of here and try and set up on that digits buck. He's been coming in this direction in the evening, so we might see if we can get on that deer tomorrow. We're supposed to have a northwest wind. Finally, we're going to have a little wind tomorrow. It's been almost still. But if we see anything here last 10 minutes, we'll show you. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.